Working from the gun, Mahomes. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of when my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium and watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And now lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
1st and goal, Chicago.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They try again with Montgomery. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
This will be caught just inside the 10.
Trubisky's pass.
Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Eddie Pinheiro for the Bears field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. No score after 1 on EA Sports. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team right on the midfield stripe.
At the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a look.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? The quarterback gets hit.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Oh, he fakes a spike. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to get into the end zone. So the fake spike works, and they score. Tyreek Hill taking it in. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Well, the game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or 2. We'll be watching that one later on today.
And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so. They need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky rolling to his left. He'll try and run it. Give him 9 yards on the scramble there, but it does leave him still a few inches shy with 3rd down looming.
Makes it 3rd and inches.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll move the chains.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. And incomplete. He dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
And the Bears first.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. quickly here, and that's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
And 10 yards.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
Chiefs 7, Bears nothing.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Travis Kelce.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
For Kansas City.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Bears take over.
This offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. His feet, the Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Hardman on the return. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Looking for Kelsey up. That's caught inside the 20. Travis Kelsey. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 51 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Butker now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now it's Patterson. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bears now ready to take over again. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Coming right, this is Montgomery on the toss. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
David Montgomery.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Frank Clark picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Here's Hardman to return. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. And now here comes Kansas City. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Watch the slip. Watch the slip.
Mahomes will try again on second down. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mahomes now to throw. Steps away. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A third quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10. Play action. Now Trubisky. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Tano Passanio in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the shotgun is Trubisky, eluding the pressure right. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Fielded just inside the 20. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 18. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Coverage on the play by Kyle Fuller.
They'll run it with Bell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's a huge...
He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Sammy Watkins, 55 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. That's a tough combination to defend. You know Patrick Mahomes has the big arm, and he's got the elusiveness and the speed. So even though you force him from the pocket, he's still dangerous.
Bad idea, in my opinion, to force him from the pocket. Do everything possible to hem him in and make him make the throws from right there in the center of it. And look, we know he's got the big arm. You just noted that. But when he gets outside, it puts so much stress on your defense trying to locate where receivers are and make sure you're covering them. And he can throw the ball the length of the field. So you just tell a receiver, just keep going. He'll find him. And he did there.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now it's Patterson. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
A loss of 6 yards.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Trubisky. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
The leading rusher for last year's national champs, LSU, it's Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 30 yards. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
As physical as this game is, sometimes it's precision that gets guys into the end zone. And that's exactly what we saw on that play. Tremendous blocking, running back saw it, and followed it into the end zone.
Butker on for the PAT. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it. From the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. 53's the mic.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
At the 34-yard line.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And that's Alex Okafor who gets in to register the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 35. Past the 20. There he goes right side. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Butker now to add the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he will not make it to the goal line. It's his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to get going again. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to...
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
A 10-yard loss.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded at the 33. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st and 10 at the 40.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.
Another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear